As of June 3rd, 2025, 2,540 invitations had been issued under this PR pathway. And guys, let's put that into perspective. 2,540 is normally the entire PR allocation of a certain province. The PR pathway is called the Employer Job Offer International Student Stream. Now, this is a employer-driven stream. Of course, you have to have a job offer, and the job offer must be in tier 0, 1, 2, and 3. And as the name suggests, this is only applicable to those who finish a post-secondary education in Ontario. And the top invited jobs under this PR pathway, no surprises. It's mostly healthcare related. More than half, more than 50% of the 2,540, it's actually 1,350 invitations were related to healthcare jobs. And most of the invitations, as we noticed and as per our experience at the Quest Jobs, were actually given out to people who are located in Eastern Ontario. Now the question is, why is it a focus of the Ontario government giving such huge, more than 50% of invitations to people who are located and who are living and working in Eastern Ontario? And really, the major reason is because the government of Ontario wants to have population retention and regional rebalancing. The government does not want people to go to Toronto or the GTA, for that matter, the Greater Toronto area, because those areas are already populated. The government of Ontario, though, does not release information on which specific locations or cities in Eastern Ontario were given so much allocation when it comes to ITAs. But when we talk about Eastern Ontario, these are mostly Kingston, Ottawa, and Peterborough. And therefore, guys, it will make sense for you to spend time to research and truly understand the various job opportunities in those areas. And top tip, guys, amongst all those 3 cities that I have just mentioned, Ottawa has got the most number of healthcare facilities in that area. And therefore, when you do your research, it will make sense for you to hone in Ottawa. The Employer Job Offer Foreign Worker Stream comes in second in our list. As of June 2025, the Government of Ontario issued 843 ITAs. And what's interesting about this is that from the beginning of the year until May, they did not issue any invitation, nada, under this program. But then come June, they issued 811 invitations under this stream. And no surprises again, the majority of invitations were given to jobs in healthcare, skilled trades workers, and another one is tech services. Now, when it comes to location, the target of the foreign worker stream was actually different as compared to the ISS. If the ISS stream focused on Eastern Ontario, the foreign worker stream actually focused on Northern Ontario and communities that are designated under READY, or the Regional Economic Development for Immigration. 391 ITAs were issued to very skilled workers in Northern Ontario, while 411 were issued to ready pilot areas. So the concept of regional balancing when it comes to population came into concept as well with this targeted draws. Those people or those applicants who are located in Northern Ontario actually receive 10 additional points in their pointing system grid. Whereas if the applicant lives outside of the GTA, they only receive 8 points. And therefore, your location, you have to be strategic on it, and you have to truly consider the facts that are being presented, that Eastern Ontario will make sense for an ISS, and Northern Ontario and ready designated communities will make sense for foreign workers. So now the next question is, which areas under ready were given or became the focus or the target of the foreign worker stream pathway? And these locations were Lanark, Leeds, and Greenville, Sarnia, Lambton, and Thunder Bay. And just to add to this, guys, as per our experience at Quest Jobs, Thunder Bay actually is one of the communities in Ontario that has got, as per our experience, the most number of jobs when it comes to the skilled worker stream in Ontario. And that stream is also a job-driven stream. It will make sense for you to absolutely take a look at Thunder Bay. And speaking of which, the job offer or the Ontario Skills in Demand job offer stream comes in third in our list. This is an interesting career pathway because you do not necessarily need high education to be eligible under this career pathway, but certainly it's job driven. The major requirement really is that the job offer must be in tier 4 to 5. This means that you can be a high school graduate or a certificate holder and you are fine. You do not need a bachelor's degree. You do not need a master's degree. As per our experience with Quest Jobs, the jobs that we have under this career pathway are actually growing. We are at least adding 100 jobs under this career pathway on a day-to-day basis. Of course, there are various eligibility requirements before a company can be categorized as eligible to sponsor. There is the revenue requirement of the company, and the company should be able to prove that they have a need to employ a non-PR or a non-citizen of the country. The requirement for the revenue of the company is something that we are not able to truly research on because we are only able, anyone has an access to a publicly listed company. Publicly listed means these are companies that are traded in the stock exchange, and if the company is not traded in the stock exchange, then the company does not have any obligation to put out or make public their financial statements, and therefore there's no way for us to truly identify what and how much is the revenue of a certain company. But there are other credibility or eligibility that we take into focus, and those other eligibility factors are the ones that we focus on, and therefore if the company ticks those eligibility requirements, the other eligibility requirements apart from the revenue, then we include them as a company that is potential to sponsor under these in-demand skill streams. Again, guys, the onus or the responsibility of asking the company whether or not they will sponsor for PR or work permit is in the hands of the applicant. It is a must that you have to ask the company before taking in or accepting any offer. And you know what, guys, what's interesting is that out of the 378 ITAs issued under the in-demand skill stream, majority of the invitations, about 214, were actually given to 2 job titles. And these 2 job titles are home support workers and caregivers. Applicants that are located in Northern Ontario actually receive a vast amount of invitations as well under this skill stream. About 89 ITAs were provided to people or applicants who were located in Northern Ontario, and these cities were primarily in Great Sudbury and Thunder Bay. And so to wrap this up, guys, if you are an international student looking for a job or career pathway, it will make sense for you to have a look at Eastern Ontario. These are Kingston, Peterborough, and Ottawa. Ottawa has got the most number of healthcare facilities in the province. And when it comes to in-demand skill streams and the foreign worker stream, targeting regional or locations outside of the Greater Toronto area will make sense. Northern Ontario became a target location. Locations that are part of the READY or the Regional Economic Development through immigration were also a part of the targeted locations when it comes to ITAs. Healthcare, you can never go wrong when it comes to healthcare. Tech services became a part of the target draws when it comes to jobs, and of course, skilled trades, occupations are also part of the priorities in demand under the Ontario government as a whole. As a matter of fact, it's not only in Ontario but in Canada as a whole. Sudbury and Thunder Bay are hot locations. The Thunder Bay, as I mentioned a while ago, is a location, a community where we experience so much job opportunities. It will make sense for you to have a look at the jobs that we have there under the questjobs.io platform. And if you want to stay connected or updated on all the immigration news happening in Canada, just subscribe to our newsletter at questjobs.io.